Okie dokie. Yay. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, calm AF Qigong. Thursday morning. Shake it out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There we go. 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 Ah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think today we are going to do 7 element again. Yay! Mm-hmm. 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 All right. Keep shaking it out. Keep shaking it out. Wow. If we're doing 7 element, we'll be doing this. Oh, yeah. Here we go. We're starting 7 element. I've been experimenting with doing different orders. So, we imagine this is our fire element, right? So we're shaking and we're vibrating and we're moving. We're letting that like fire vibrate our bodies and move just like a flame, right? The fire element is synonymous with creativity, joy, happiness, laughter. I think, is it sweating? No. Mm-mm. No, I don't remember the body fluid. It might be sweat. I should know these things, I know. Uh, All right. So as we keep shaking, we keep doing it. I know we've been doing it for a while, but we're going to keep doing it. You guys are doing great. And if we think about what does fire generate, right? If we think about at the end of a good morning, at the end of a campfire, what is left, right? We have all this like soot and ash. And so we're going to think of that as earth. So as we stop bouncing, we come to a nice center stance, feet about shoulder width apart, slight little bend in the knees. And we hold our hands here. Actually, today we're going to hold them down like this, I think. We're going to step our feet wide. We're going to think about sinking deep down into the earth, planting our hands down into the earth, fingers reaching towards the sides of the room. As we breathe deeply into our center, right? The energetic center just below the belly button in the center of the body, the inner molten core of the body. And we breathe into that area and we relax on the exhale, feeling ourselves sink down into the earth, ground, root, connect. One thing you can think about doing on your next exhale when you relax is think about sinking even a little bit deeper down, ever so slightly into those legs, squatting, feeling those legs support you. Good, we're rooting down into the earth. Good, and as we exhale and we rise up, I'm going to rotate my feet so that the toes are pointed slightly out. And we're going to go into our next element, the metal element. Buried deep inside the earth are those precious metals. So we're going to take our hands and we're going to inhale as we squat down, reaching down deep into the earth. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, allowing that chi to pour over us. Exhaling, let our hands return to the beginning and starting all over again. So inhale. Digging deep down into the earth. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, absorbing all of that chi and precious metal. And exhale, returning back to the beginning and again. Letting your breath lead this movement, what feels good to you. Give me 2 more really good ones. Good, and we will walk our feet back into shoulder width. And we'll go into our water element. So we'll just start by playing in the water. Imagining our hands running across the top of water, feeling that resistance against our fingertips. And then we relax as we let the arms go totally limp while we turn our bodies. Good. Good. And we let that relax and slow down again as we go back into our, just feeling the water. Next, in our generating cycle, is wood, right? We think of water generating and nourishing wood. So we take our inhale as we bring the hand back behind us, bringing it to the shoulder here. And then we pull with the front hand as we push with the back hand. Good, and then we inhale and push and pull. Good. And I like to do a little sinking down, bending in the knees when I do this. If that feels good to you, add it in. If it doesn't, don't. We think about the wood element being balancing, right? So this push and this pull is all about finding that balance. We're pushing as much as we're pulling. Finding that spot where everything flows at the same speed, at the same strength. Good. Our next element. So we're going to bring both hands to center as we come down. Good. Our next element is air. So we're going to inhale as we extend up and then rotate from side to side and come back down. And we do it all again, not thinking about your breath, just feeling the breath go, whatever feels good, whatever direction feels good. Filling those lungs up with air, reaching out, opening up, feeling that extension out, connecting to the air, everything open and flowing. Good. Yes. Let yourself just feel good in this movement. Feel the joy. Feel the lightness. Feel the airiness of this movement. Oh, I know, dad joke there. Do one more. Really feel yourself extend and reach out into the air. Okay. So we started with fire today to make things a little different. And we're going to move into fire again. Air generates fire. So we start shaking again. When we think about these elements in a generating cycle, right? How they interact with each other, right? And so we're jiggling and we're feeling that fire vibration. And then we next go into earth. So we come to a standstill. We let our feet come wide. We sink down into the earth. When fire is done burning, we have that ash or earth left over. As we dig deep into the earth, we have metal. So rise up, rotate the toes out, dig down deep in, finding those precious metals, pulling them up, absorbing them into the body. Good. Metal can sometimes be a little sharp, right? It has these edges. We think about sometimes with our metal element learning to balance those sharp edges. If you feel yourself being a little sharp sometimes, this is a great movement to help dull that edge. One more. And then our metal, as metal heats and cools and condenses, we see water gets generated on the side of it. So we go back to our water movement. And we twist. And we let it relax. Good. Our water generates our wood element. Right, we think about watering the trees, right? So we know that our water element will generate that plant life, will generate that wood element. And again, what is the fuel for fire? Wood. So as we push through, oh, no, sorry. What generates air? So we come back to center. We let this come down. As we go into our air element, thinking of those trees reaching up, extending into the air and flowing in the wind. That exchange that happens between plants and the earth to create this air that we breathe. We talked about this a couple times before, but we get chi from everything, right? We get chi from food, we get chi from water, we get chi from human beings and animals with love, interaction. But the most essential chi, the argument goes, is air. Air is the quintessential chi. And we think that because you can exist without food and water and human interaction and love, not thrive, but for a while. But how long can you go without air? Yeah, so we think of air as being that pure essence of chi, kind of the easiest way to feel and see chi. All right, come back in center for me again. And we end here going into our seventh element, ether, space, everything, the connection, the void, if you will, with gathering chi, our circle breath. Good. So the seventh element lies outside of the generating sequence, right? It doesn't really connect with the elements in those ways, but it contains all of the elements inside of it. Last one, let's all let this all sink, float down. And we'll take our hands and we'll clap once to bring us into the present moment. Good. Connecting the thumbs to the forehead, feeling that connection to the third eye, the upper dantian. Bring the thumbs to the chest, connecting to the heart, the middle dantian. Palm over palm, rotate, connecting to the lower dantian, just below the belly button. Breathing deeply into those hands, feeling your root, feeling your connection. Feeling calm AF. It's a good one. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming today. Wonderful to see you, and I'm sure I'll see you soon. Bye.